we have built the diminished seventh chord on the seventh degree of the harmonic minor scale. But this chord can be used in many other different situations. So not only as a chord built, as a seventh chord built on the seventh degree of a harmonic minor scale. One of the most common new ways of using it is the one of the major scale. So how can we use a diminished seventh chord on a major scale? Let's consider now the case of a major scale. So for example, C major scale. If I take the sixth degree, I already know that this degree is A. And we have already said that this is a very important degree because we can lower it by one chromatic half tone and obtain A flat, which is called a lowered sixth degree. And we can say that this is a degree which is borrowed from the parallel minor key, which, for example, if I take the C harmonic minor scale, I have C, D, E flat, F, G, A flat as a sixth degree. So I borrow it from this scale and I use it also in the case of the major scale. But in the case of a major scale, since the natural sixth degree is A, this is called a lowered sixth degree. So, and this is something very important because this lowered sixth degree is used very often. We can say that this is part of the major scale. So in the case of a major scale, we can use either the main sixth degree, so the natural we can use many times. But we can also use this secondary degree, so the lowered sixth degree. So let's take now the case of the leading tone on which we build this chord that we call leading tone seventh chord, in the case of the major scale. So as you can see, the seventh of this chord is A, so the sixth degree of the corresponding major scale on which I built this chord. If I use the lowered sixth degree of this major scale, so A flat in the case of C major scale, I obtain A flat, and this is exactly a diminished seventh chord because it is exactly the one that we used in the case of the C harmonic minor scale. So in the case of the harmonic minor scale, depending if I use the natural or the lowered sixth degree, I can use the leading tone seventh chord or the diminished seventh chord. So I can use two different chords on the same degree. And this chord, in the case of the major scale, resolves in the same ways that we learned in the case of the harmonic minor scale. So everything we learn about diminished seventh chord in the case of the harmonic minor scale applies to the case of the major scale. So for example, we can have the resolution from seventh degree to the first degree, but in this case the chord will be a first degree chord of C major scale. So we have a major chord as a first degree. We can have either direct resolution or indirect resolution, okay? And we can have all the different inversion. So we can have all of them, and we can use all of different ways of resolving of resolution of the same inversions of the case of the harmonic minor scale. So again, and either direct and indirect resolution. Even in the case of the third inversion, we can choose between the direct resolution, which sounds very well, which sounds good, very good, sorry, or the indirect resolution. Okay? So this is something very important. The diminished seventh chord can be used in many other situations, and the case of the major scale is only one of these possibilities. But